#1 contendership matches happening right now, and after this a triple threat match to see who will face Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. That's right, so a huge main event match after this one, and I'd highly recommend you continue watching in order to see how that match turns out. Well, so far, Blake and Murphy have regained control of this matchup. And I gotta say, now going into the STF. Oh man, an STF hold by Murphy, as Murphy throwing a dash into the corner. And both of these tag teams have had a pretty good time here in NXT. They've both had a lot of amazing moments since coming into the WWE's NXT developmental rosters. And both tag teams obviously want to move up to the main roster. They've seen how much the Vaudevillains and Enzo and Cass have done since going up to the main roster. So, I mean, going up and being on Raw and SmackDown would be such a huge thing for both of these tag teams, as Blake and Murphy and Dash and Dawson both have held the NXT Tag Team Championship before, and they're both looking for another Tag Team Championship victory here at NXT TakeOver in a couple of weeks. So again, I'd highly recommend that you watch NXT TakeOver, because that'll be an absolutely enormous event. But stay tuned for all the future content by following Shaymin the Grand on Twitter, or going on Facebook and liking Grandmaster Shaymin. You can get all the updates when I'm live on Twitch, all that good stuff. The only bad thing about Twitch is that you won't be able to see the finished product. When I go and post this in particular NXT episode on YouTube, I will have that opening segment with Asuka. But if you watch it on here, it's simply just the entrance and me just talking, while on YouTube you get to see the finished product. So that's the benefit of going to watch on YouTube, whether it's watching on YouTube just for that opening segment to see what Asuka has to say about her opponents in this triple threat match coming up next. But I highly recommend that you go and stay tuned for the future content of WWE Universe Mode, as it is gonna be interesting. And if you are not a fan of WWE Universe Mode, or if you're just watching this out of sheer boredom, then be sure to go check out my other content. I'm trying to make sure that I have content for everybody. So if there is a series that you want to see me do, if there is something in particular that you want to see from me, let me know in the comment section of any video, and I will be sure to see what I can do about it. Obviously, if you can't tell, my production value is kind of small because I don't have a lot of money. So asking me to go out and buy certain video games or something is probably out of the question. But I can do reviews, I can do whatever it is that you need me to do that doesn't involve me essentially buying more stuff. Most likely, though. If you want to see movie reviews or book reviews or something like that, I could probably make it work, depending on what movie or book it is. So I just highly recommend you at least try to help me get some ideas, because the entire point of my channel is to try and make sure that everybody here gets what they want. They all want a certain series, whether it's the Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke, which, by the way, reached 40 views. 40 views at least that very first episode. So I highly recommend you go and check that out, and I appreciate everybody that already did check that out, as it was it's an amazing feat for me to get 40 views on a single video, and I am very happy for that. But here comes Dash Wilder, and Dash tried to go for his finishing maneuver there, but he failed to connect. And now Blake once again with control. And remember, the NXT Tag Team titles could hang in the balance for one of these two teams. In fact, will hang in the balance for one of these two teams, as one of these two teams will take on American Alpha for those tag team titles, as both of these teams want to become two-time NXT Tag Team Champions. Well, I believe that both of these teams are absolutely phenomenal, and they both deserve everything that they can get out of this matchup. Well, for those of you who did not see Monday Night Raw 2 days ago, I aired Monday Night Raw on Saturday, and it was absolutely phenomenal. We got to add in 2 new #1 contenders for the WWE title and 2 contenders for the United States Championship. Both of those championships and the women's title, all 3 of those Elimination Chamber matches will add another competitor on SmackDown, which will happen later today, at least when this is live on Twitch. I don't know exactly how long it will take for SmackDown to air and how long I will have, because I do have to go to work tonight and I do have to eat before that. So I have to make sure that I'm able to get there and do that. So I mean, because I need an income. You know, everybody's got to have an income. So I just highly recommend that if you like my content, if you want to see more of it, if you want me to prioritize it, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and view all the videos that you are interested in. At least give it a try, so I could, you know, eventually tell people about it. Tell people what you think about it, and you know, get the word out there. That's the best form of advertisement, is word of mouth, especially by people who are just kind of viewing it, you know. So I just highly recommend you do that if you want to see more content from me more consistently. As well, I would also like to say thank you for 20 views on my vlog, which I'm kind of surprised is the second most popular video on my channel, behind the original, my very first video I ever posted, which was that randomizer Nuzlocke. So I would like to thank everybody for their support, and that vlog will come out 2 days from now. Every Wednesday I will do a vlog post, so be sure to stay tuned for my second vlog post. And that's it. Dash and Dawson have won, but not without controversy, as it looked like we would see Blake and Murphy get out of that unscathed. But despite his hand being on the rope, we did not see Blake and Murphy win this matchup. So Dash and Dawson end up winning this tag team match. And there you go. Dash and Dawson will have another shot at American Alpha, the team that took their titles away from them. So Dash and Dawson versus American Alpha, part whatever it is now, 2, 3, whatever. Just another exciting match as the Revival take on Dash and Dawson. And we are now moving on to our main event of NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, the triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship #1 contender spot. Who will face Asuka? We will find out here in just a second, but right now, as you can see, the 3 competitors in this match are, believe it or not, Blue Pants made an amazing return last week on NXT. She picked up the win. Eva Marie ended up upsetting Asuka one-on-one. And we have a brand new member of the NXT women's division. That is Abigail. And Abigail will be competing in this triple threat match for a number one contendership shot. And Abigail, known all around the world for her absolutely outstanding wrestling skills. And this will be a triple threat match. The winner facing Asuka at NXT TakeOver in a couple of weeks. And I am excited. I hope you are too, because this is a triple threat match, which means there are no disqualifications, no countouts. And the only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And the first person to get one of those will come out the winner and face Asuka for that NXT Women's Championship. So I'm pretty excited as Blue Pants makes her way down to the ring as this will be the opening contest as Blue Pants comes down to the ring here. I'm very interested to see where this matchup goes, as all three of these competitors have worked their way up to this spot. And right now we're going to get to see which of these competitors will get a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. So far, though, the women's division as a whole is rather small, so I don't know how long the NXT Women's division will last. But here we go, as making her NXT debut, it's Abigail Lang. And Abigail entering here for the very first time in WWE. And I gotta say, she is an exciting wrestler to watch. And she will be hoping to knock off her two opponents here in this matchup tonight. As Abigail Lang making her way down to the ring, her debut match here in NXT. This is her very first match, folks, in WWE. And, I firmly believe that Abigail Lang will have an opportunity here tonight. And let's enter the last competitor in this match. And here comes the Queen of Botch. It is Eva Marie. And Eva Marie here, if you did not see NXT, make sure you go check it out. It's on YouTube for Grandmaster Shaymin's channel. But Eva Marie defeated Asuka, ladies and gentlemen. It was one hell of a match. It took quite some time, and Eva Marie is now making her way down to the ring. If she wins this match, she gets to fight Asuka again, and she's already got a victory over the champion. So this triple threat match set for who will face Asuka at NXT TakeOver in a couple of weeks. We already know that the NXT Tag Team Champions, American Alpha, will defend their titles against Dash and Dawson. So here comes this triple threat women's match. Of course, the winner facing Asuka. So this is a huge match. And again, if there are any in particular matches you want to see, all you have to do is comment on YouTube videos under this universe mode. Tell me what kind of matches you want to see. We've already went through the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view card. And once this NXT is over, be sure to check out SmackDown, which for those live on Twitch will happen within about an hour or so after this NXT event is over. And then for those of you on YouTube, it'll probably take a couple of hours after NXT is posted. So be sure to check that out when it comes out. And if you want to know when it will come out, make sure to like Grandmaster Shaymin on Facebook and or follow Shaymin the Grand on Twitter. Either way, you will be able to get notified as long as you either way, I will post on both of those outlets to let you know when it's over and done with. So now Abigail taking out Eva Marie.